Welcome, everyone. Today we are talking about compassion. For some reason, that's an important topic right now. Compassion for yourself, compassion for everyone out there in the world, everything, the planet, the people, the soil. I mean, it's crazy. Even the rocks have a vibration and a consciousness. So, we're going to talk a little bit about being kind, compassionate to yourself first. Um, and then, as our cup is full, then that light and that happiness and joy and fullness just flows out of you and around into and around those around you. It just is contagious. So one of the things that comes to mind when I think of compassion is all of the homeless people and the vandalism that's going on in this area, Portland, Oregon. People sleeping on the sides of the freeways, just on drugs, just numbing themselves. I don't know what's going on with all of them, but I have a son who's a locksmith in the area, and he deals with repairing a lot of the vandalism, fixing locks, doing new, improved, better locks to help keep these people out. So what is going on, that there's so many people that are homeless and vandalizing and numbing themselves with drugs. There's a problem, obviously, here on planet Earth, and there's also a great awakening going on. So I think just what we need to focus on is going within, and the more we change ourselves, the more we master ourselves, the more we are more compassionate and loving, the more that spills out into the world. And as we change ourselves, we change the world, because we do things differently and more, we have different priorities, and we're more service oriented and problem solving oriented. So I challenge you to be more compassionate to yourself, love yourself, forgive yourself. The Hawaiian, I might add an extra O, I'm not sure, ho'opono, just about forgiveness. And I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me. You can say this from wherever you are right now, in your heart, in your mind, to people who there are hard feelings towards, that they're loved, cherished people at one point in your life, and that something happened. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you need to own up to it. Maybe you need to ask forgiveness. Maybe you need to just be different, be a better person, just change, and they come along as they see improvement. But it's not always our fault. Sometimes they have their own issues that they're dealing with, and there's a lot of people that are dealing with their shadows, having to go through energies, to work through old trauma energies. They're coming to the surface. We're being forced to really deal with anything that hasn't been dealt with in the past. We're ascending, and this heaviness is old traumas and old fights and old whatever. It's time to resolve them. And as we do our part, then the hearts, you can also ask for help with the hearts of the other people being softened and whatnot. But Yeah, lots of family drama been going on for me, trying to stay in my heart space and be loving and kind and compassionate, and yet not necessarily give in with my boundaries. You know, I've got certain boundaries that are important to me. I make certain choices on purpose. You know, anyways, compassion. Some of the best ways we can be more compassionate is to be of service to others. You know, maybe we've been blessed with money or wealth or something, a gift, a talent. Then find an opportunity, welcome an opportunity, ask for an opportunity to come into your path to be able to be of service. It was really cool at one point on my homestead. I was had the opportunity to help some people that were begging across the street. There's a grocery store from my house. There's a grocery store, and these people, it was a mother and a daughter. The daughter was about 18, and so I went up to talk to them, and I said, you know, I kind of was trying to find out what's going on with them, and they seem to have a big family with brothers, and this is mom and whatnot, and not able to work, and struggles with work visas or paperwork or something, and they just were trying to find a way to survive without being able to work, and so I have chickens, and I have an abundance of chickens, and so I offered them chickens, and the daughter could understand the English but not the mother, and when the daughter translated to the mother chickens, the mother just lit up and she just got so excited. And I'm like, I just live across the street, you know, and the daughter's translating this whole time, and they came over and they were so excited to get chickens. They wanted chickens that were already laying eggs, which I said, I apologized that I couldn't give them some of mine because I just barely had enough, you know, for my projects. And so I gave them chicks, but I had abundance of stuff. I had a box of a chicken house, a couple of chicken houses, little ones, and I gave them the heater and the feeders, and I gave them a whole setup for these baby chicks to grow and thrive. And it was really cool, and you know, after we were able to send them off on their way with these chicks and everything that they needed to get started, you know, after that, you know, we just had a good cry because it was such a cool experience to be able to know that we were really helping them in a way that was sustainable, more sustainable than some of the other things. They're just cash, you know. It was like they were excited to get chickens because, you know, the eggs that they produce and whatnot. So anyways, then, you know, that I have that memory forever, and just how that made me feel, you know, that what I do matters, that in some little way my little homestead and my abundance meant something to someone else, and it felt really good. Try to stop numbing yourselves. Recognize the numbing behaviors in your life. Try to take a fast from some of those things. Take a fast from television. Take a fast from masturbating. Take a fast from video games. A fast from the internet. There's so many things in our lives that are out of balance, and the more we get into our heart with love and compassion and charity, the more we will feel the joy that we're looking for with all those numbing behaviors. So forgive. Do the Ho'opono, the Hawaiian way. It really helps. Get into a better place. Let go of the heaviness. Let go of all that no longer serves you. that stuff is heavy and it doesn't feel good when we're having grudges and whatnot. So do your part, own up to your part, use the communication skills, like when you do this, it makes me feel this. That's something that I need to practice. It's like, we got to talk about our feelings. It's not something I remember being taught in school. It's like, I just want to be able to get along with people and have more unity and community and love and peace and joy. And it starts here. And as we recognize our triggers, we can, instead of reacting in our old ways with yelling and screaming and cussing and whatever our old ways are, we can take a second and respond from our heart with love in a kind, loving, compassionate way instead of in an old way that we don't want to do anymore. I mean, as a young mother, I caught myself yelling at my children. And I'm like, you sound like my mother. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be a yeller. And I just had to really be consciously aware of the behavior that I didn't like in myself and just recognize when I catch myself when I'm doing it and try to do something different. And that's one thing you can count on in life is change. So let's try to change and master ourselves, evolve, and feel more of that happy joy feeling that we can feel when we let go of all that heavy stuff. So I bless you all with magnificent outcomes, and namaste.